Hi, my name is Ashley Keeney, and I'm going to talk to you today about how to use VoiceThread in your classroom. VoiceThread is a multimedia collaboration tool that allows you to make an interactive presentation. Both teachers and students can comment on the presentation via audio recording, video recording like a FaceTime, and by text, and you can even use your phone if you don't have a microphone on your computer. You can use VoiceThread to encourage interaction among students, either in the classroom or at home if you're using the flipped classroom approach. Some ways that I thought that I could use VoiceThread in my classroom would be like digital storytelling, writing conferences. I thought students could interact by editing and making comments about others' work. Book talks, book reviews. I thought students could also share poetry on VoiceThread. And like I talked about before, I could use it for the flipped classroom presentations and post it on my web page for students to access at home. So now I'm going to go ahead and sign into my account so I can show you how you can create your own VoiceThread. So it'll ask for your email. When you register, it's really easy. Okay, so you will arrive at your dashboard, and then this is also your home. So on this, you'll basically see all of the voice threads that you have already created, and so you can see that I have made one for a unit that we're going to do about immigration. You can also go to Browse here, where you will find public voice threads, and there are so many on this page, and there's a lot of good examples of voice threads that you could use in your classroom that you don't have to create yourself. If you're looking for something specific, you can go up here to public voice threads and type in anything you want. I just typed in 5th grade. And I found all of these awesome examples of how teachers have used VoiceThread in their classroom, and it's how I got the idea of how I could use it in mine. I really liked this one about the poets where the students shared their poetry, and so I'm just going to click on it so you can kind of get an idea of what that's like. So she just put a picture of all of her students up here, and you'll notice on the side.
Hello, this is Miss Elliott's class putting on a show. There are lots of poems, just to let you know. There are beaches and peaches, there are sports and courts, there are jumps and bumps, there are baseballs and goofballs, and everything in between. We hope you enjoy our little scene.
Awesome.
So you'll notice on the side here, there's an icon. Each student will have their own icon that will pop up when they want to comment on a slide. And you'll also see up here, there's slide 1 out of 23. And to access the other slides, just like a presentation, you go to the arrow and click next, and it will come up the next slide. But I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that. And so the next thing would be to create your own. And so you go up here to create, and I'm going to go ahead and do an example for you. Add media. I'm going to add media from my computer. And I'm just going to add a PowerPoint presentation that I created for an example for my students when they do book talks. But you can add any photos, any documents, and it will automatically put those things into slides for you, so you don't have to create a PowerPoint necessarily to put in here. Okay, so now that it's complete, it will show up over here. There we go. Okay, so now you see that my PowerPoint has uploaded into VoiceThread. And okay, so once you have created and inputted your media, it will show up on your dashboard here, and you're just gonna click on it. And it'll show up slide 1 out of 10 here, 1 through 10. So you'll go down to the plus if you want to make a comment. You can add text. You can do the comment using your phone if you don't have a microphone. You can use the audio comment, the video comment, or you can upload a comment that you've already created. So I'm going to do an example of an audio comment. So I'm going to click on that. You have to have an updated Adobe Flash. I'm going to hit allow. If you like adventure and science fiction, Divergent is the next book that you will want to add to your reading list. So I'm going to stop recording. If you like adventure and science fiction, Divergent is the next book that you will want to add to your reading list. And if I like my comment, I can hit save. If I want to redo that comment, I can just hit cancel. So I'm going to hit save. And if I want to listen to my comment again, I can hit play and it'll play that same comment. So I'm going to go on to the next slide here. And if, say, I want to add text to this comment, I would just type whatever I want to add. And it will show up over here. Now your students, when they get logged into VoiceThread, they will each have their own icon that will show up when they start commenting. I did find out that they do charge for classroom use, but it's $60 a year. So I didn't think that was very bad, and I thought it would be definitely worth it. It's free for just a personal account. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of my current VoiceThread here. I thought that creating a VoiceThread was extremely easy, and just by looking through the examples that were on this site, I thought my students would be able to use it very easy, and I thought with language arts how important the skill is of speaking and listening. I thought they could really benefit because they have to evaluate and critique their own voice when they're making comments, and I think that's an important skill for them to learn. So I hope that you learned a lot from me just talking about VoiceThread, and I hope you choose to use it in your classroom. Thanks.